Is at midnight and she's on your phone, saying come over 'cause she's all alone. I could tell it's a tone. What is it that she wants? Oh my God, this is ugly. What is it that she needs? Share about the brand new things that you just bought for me. Hey guys, what is going on? I'm just getting a little filter going on because I had a long night and a long day so far. I hope this lighting is good because I don't want to look too dark. I got a little glow coming from my window right there. Okay, so real quick today, guys, I know I'm supposed to come on here and talk about APR versus interest rate. I know I was also supposed to discuss secure cards, using the usage of credit cards. I'm also supposed to talk about my new MasterCard that I got sent in the mail and some of the features and the points and the benefits of that. And I think I'm missing something. But I can't remember. However, this live is going to be so sweet but short. Because whoever knows me and has been watching me, y'all can tell that I've pulled an all-nighter. I've been trying to get all of these disputes out. I've been trying to basically work on my clients' credit scores and keep in contact with them and make sure that everything goes as planned. Also, when you're a CEO, you have many hats. So advertising, marketing, all that good stuff. So I'm going to make this live real sweet and real short. But I want to make it influential. So I'm going to cut it short. So today we're just going to talk about secure credit cards and how it could build your credit. And also we are going to talk about credit building. The uses of credit, why it is important to use your credit. Yeah. And so I'm gonna go ahead and start there. All of the other things that I was supposed to talk about today, I'm gonna just talk about it tomorrow. Please bear with me, guys. I'm doing everything by myself. Everything. So I'm a little tired, so I'm gonna just get something in for you guys just for keeps. And let's get started. So today, as I said, we're going to talk about secure credit cards and building your credit, right? The power of credit. Secure credit cards, I look at it, when I talk to my clients, I explain secure credit cards as a savings, right? You're basically getting a credit card or a card because it's secured, and you're putting your money on that card. So, for example, a secure credit card company is Self. You go ahead and apply with them, and once you apply with them, you say, I want to put $500 on this card. If you have the $500, I'm not sure what their lowest amount is. I believe it is probably like $200, $250. You can go as high as $1,000, but it's your own money, right? And the reason why I'm saying that it can be compared to a savings is because you're putting your own money on a card, guys. You're putting your own money on a card, and then you're actually paying yourself back, right? So you letting them borrow your money for right now, but you're paying back on the money that you gave to them, right? That's basically on the card. So every month that you pay back on that card that you have saved, all the money that you put into it, it's being reported, right? And it's like you put that money away, right? So if you go for $1,000, depending on what your monthly minimum is, you can pay more. I always suggest pay more than a minimum amount on any credit card, because it just looks better, right? It just looks better. You're paying the interest rate on it. You're paying the amount due, and you know what I'm saying? You're saving yourself. Actually, you're actually saving yourself the interest rate, because if you pay ahead of time, it's gonna look like a bill that's already paid, and you won't have extra to pay on a credit card that's not due, or a minimum balance that's not due. But back to the secured credit card, you pay it off, and what it does is it adds points to your credit. So 1,000, your minimum is $50. If you put 100 on that, that's like you're paying, like, right, 2 months in advance, but you're paying it off faster. You're looking, I say, sexy. Credit sexy. I tell my clients, your credit's starting to look sexy. You know what I'm saying? It's looking more appealing to the creditors and the debtors, and you're paying it off faster, right? So you building a relationship, you're making yourself look reliable, you're putting yourself out there, you're using your own money, and you're building your credit at the same time. And get this, at the end of your term, you get all that money back. That whole 1,000 that you put on it. And if you paid over, like with me, with Self, I paid over, so I got a little bit over my amount because I would pay more than a minimum balance. That all comes back to you at the end of the term. And the thing about Self, they also, and this is for building your credit, right? So like if you don't have any credit at all, which we all start off with no credit, this is a great opportunity for you. The thing about Self I was going to say is that they also offer you at the end of your term a credit card. So it can turn into a credit card if you want to, and you can continue the relationship with them. And so there's a couple of secured credit cards, because I asked a question about this last week, and that's why I wanted to touch bases with it, is because it was one of the steps in regards to being able to build your credit, right? The first one is credit repair, because we don't all have a chance to know what's on our credit because we don't monitor it as much. And there's a lot of errors, and it's not your fault. So, you know, that's really, really important in regards to disputing it. The second one is after you build your credit, the second thing you want to do is go ahead and get a secure credit card. Secure credit card also helps you build your credit. What else can you do after that? Once you get your credit built, once you have it fixed, then you can apply for an increase on your actual credit card, right? So say your credit card that you have right now, you got your credit up to 700, you know what I'm saying? You applied for the credit building secured credit card. That got you up points, right? That got you up like 50 points. So now you at 750, right? The third thing you want to do is ask for an increase from that actual credit company, right? That debtor. So like say that creditor is Capital One, and your minimum balance that you worked so hard and got cleaned up and everything is $1,500. If they notice what you're doing in regards to building it, they will actually give you the money. So Capital One is known for that. Like every 6 months they will give you an increase. Once they see you building it, working on it, paying everything back as soon as you use it, right? Like, don't wait till the last minute. And if you're not good with all of the cards that you have, or however you're set up financially, do automatic withdrawal so they can take it from your account. Some people don't like to do that, but it will in the end help you, because you won't have any late payments, right? And late payments are huge because it's 30% of your credit score, 35% of your credit score. So that's a large portion on your credit score to be late for, because it stays on your credit for 7 years. 7 years you gotta wait. Inquiries is a little bit different. It stays on your credit for 2 years, but late payments and your credit history, that was the third thing I needed to talk about. That's a large part of your credit. It's a larger part of your credit score. So this is why it's important, right? You either apply for the credit increase, or you get one automatically, depending on who the creditor is, like who the bank is that you're, have your credit card with. And that actually will help you get it up more, because the more credit you get, the more available money that you have within all of your accounts for each loan or credit card, or whatever you have on your your credit. It puts your total account up, right? And so you have more money, and which will in the end put your credit the amount you use or the amount due down, right? Credit Karma is a good example of that. So within each account that you have, so within your credit card account, so say one credit card account is Capital One. Within that, you have 1,000, right? You always want to make sure that the balance is 30% or lower. It looks good if it's even 10%, right? But if you have 5 Capital Ones, which you shouldn't, it will, they look at the total amount of credit, like accounts that you have on your credit report, and then they totaled out, what is the usage of all of them together and not only separate as one credit card. So that's why it's good to use your credit. Use your credit for everything. Use your credit for everything. Use your credit for everything, because systematically, once you're making a transaction, and even though you have your own money, right, your own debit card, every time you make a transaction, you're building more of a relationship with the creditor. They're allowing you, they see you want to use their money, they want to give you more money, right? It looks quote unquote sexy, right? So you become more appealing to the banks, and they're more willing to trust you with a large amount of money. So that is secured credit cards. So I'm definitely probably going to be asking another question about this within the next 2 weeks. So guys, please, whatever you could learn from me, whatever you could sponge up, try to take that and, share it. Each one teach one. Credit history works the same way in regards to the account. So the total, you may have one account, and when I say count, credit card or loan, when I say count, is either recurring credit cards or installment, which is a loan, right? You may have an account, right, on your credit that has been on there for 11 years, right? This is going to be a better example of how I was explaining that your total accounts matter and not only one specific individual account, right? When it comes, the individual accounts matter too, but the total amount also matters. I'm going to explain it to you in regards to the credit history. So you have a credit card that you had for 11 years. You just opened one like 8 months ago, right? It still totals the amount of years in regards to how long you've been, or how you look in regards to your credit report. So I'm going to show you an example of that, because I actually took a picture, and so it's probably going to be better that I share this with you, so it's not too mind-boggling and confusing. And so I kind of had this conversation with one of my clients most recently, and I kind of had to give him my idea of how it actually works. So bear with me just 1 second. I should be able to find this. And you guys also should be able to find this as well, like on Credit Karma. Okay, so boom. So this is how mine look, right? No personal information is showing. Okay, boom, boom, boom. All right. All right, so it's showing that I have Citibank, right? Excuse me, guys. So it's showing that I have Citibank on here. I had Citibank for 11 years, right? It's showing Capital One for 5 years. It's showing Discover for 9 months, and I think that's PayPal. I got a PayPal credit card, kind of like an installment kind of loan, and it say 8 months. But do you see the average age here, where it says 4 years and 10 months? Oh, that's zooming in for me, but it'll say oldest account, newest account, and average age. And that's kind of what I was explaining to you guys. Like your total accounts do matter when it comes to how the creditor looks at you, and where you stand, or if you're in the red, the orange, the yellow, or the green, and how it all comes together, right? Strategically, all of this matters to them. And so that's why it's important to know credit, right? Yay, know your credit, know your credit. So yes, I was able to touch the history aspect of it, and secure credit cards, why it's important to build your credit with secure credit cards. And then building credit. Building credit. Why is it important to build your credit? Because the more and more you build your credit, the more and more you can use other people's money. OPM, like, why wouldn't you? I mean, I mean, not like that, but like, fix your personal credit, build your business credit, and live your dreams. And that is my motto. So you don't have to have such a large advantage or feel sorry that you can't, aspire or, be your best you. You just need to know the knowledge and, work on it, what it is that you need to work on, and just become more wise and use it to your advantage. And so that's why it's important to build your credit. I posted something a little bit earlier today where a wallet that had like 26 credit cards. And so, like, a lot of people, that may seem alarming, but is actually a good thing, right? It's actually a good thing to have an 800 credit score and have an APR interest rate at a really, really low rate, so you're not paying any interest on that loan if it's a car loan. And then you're being, I don't want to say attacked by debt creditors, but you're definitely being seen by creditors where they're actually just shipping you out pre-approved cards. It's like, here, you can use it. But, it can become scary if you're not knowledgeable about how to use it and what's important and how to pay it back, of course. But once you get the knowledge, you'll be able to use it to your ability. And so with that, I am wrapping up, guys. I'm so sorry. I've been running around. I've been wearing all the caps that I do as an entrepreneur. So I did want to leave a little spice here for y'all. It's Friday. For a lot of people that I know, it's been a long week. I can second that too. So have some fun, call some friends, drink some drinks, and enjoy your weekend. And thank you guys for joining. I appreciate y'all. And again, like, if you have any questions or anything that you need me to answer other than the few questions that I didn't answer today, please go ahead and inbox me. I'm an open book. I have a service, I have a company, but at the same time, whatever it is that I can do to help you makes me happy. Okay? All right, bye guys.